Every Christmas, I get a little homesick while being in Hong Kong. I miss the cold Canadian winters, the Christmas cheer, but mainly the food, the turkey dinners, mulled wine, and of course, eggnog.
Today we're gonna make eggnog. It's another year, Christmas is around the corner. I love eggnog. And I never get to have it because it is so bloody expensive here in Hong Kong. So I've learned to just make it myself. Very, very simple. I'm just going to introduce the ingredients.
Eggnog is just a base of milk and eggs dressed with some warming spices and vanilla.
Okay, let's start off. Eggnog, we need eggs. So we have, almost dropped eggs. We have Japanese eggs here because they're all pasteurized. The outside has been pasteurized as well as the egg yolks, so you can actually eat these babies raw. We need milk, some whipping cream, a little bit of cinnamon, and I think the hardest thing to get is nutmeg, which I was able to find at the Whole Foods equivalent City Super here in Hong Kong. If not, you can order it online. Make sure to order it early. We're gonna need sugar, and we're also gonna need a pinch of salt. I wanna introduce some of the utensils that you might need. We need a pot of some kind or a saucepan. I have a pot here. Make sure you have something to heat up your pot. What you're gonna need is a little bowl. It doesn't matter, just a large enough bowl to put your eggs in. We're gonna be measuring in cups, so you do want a measuring cup. I pre-measured everything, but this is just what you need, as well as a teaspoon. Sieve to get out all the nutmeg. You're gonna need a whisk, but if you don't have a whisk, you can use chopsticks, but I do have a whisk, so we're gonna use that. You do want a big spoon or a ladle. And then if you have whole nutmeg, as I do here, you want a little grater. I'm gonna just show you this nutmeg. Just because these are whole nutmegs, you can order them grounded already, but I do love whole nutmeg. It just lasts forever. If you've never had nutmeg, it smells like pine, it smells like pepper. It's a very warming spice here, which I love. If you're ghetto and you don't have anything, just a big bowl, a regular cup, and some chopsticks. That's it. You really don't need a lot, guys. We're not baking. Okay, so let's start.
When you're making eggnog, nutmeg and cinnamon is generally fine, but I like to add a bit of clove in there for some extra depth of flavor. Since this recipe yields 2 cups of eggnog, 2 to 3 cloves is fine.
We're gonna do the eggs. We need 3 large eggs, egg yolks, so we're just gonna crack. Going to break it off and make sure the egg yolk stays in the shell, and we're just going to separate the egg yolk. Just gonna do this with my hands. That, and put the egg yolk here, and last one. Okay, so we're gonna do the egg yolks in here. The egg whites we're gonna put aside, and we're gonna wash my hands. So now we have 3 eggs. We're gonna use a 1/4 cup of sugar. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna whisk it until it is light and creamy, and until all the clumps are gone. So you wanna whisk this until the egg yolks and the sugar is completely incorporated. I'm sure my Asian family is like, why don't buy these? You can see the color is turning more of a brightish color. Give it a little bit more. Whew. So this is done. We are gonna adding the milk, the nutmeg, and the salt. So let's start with the easy one. We're gonna do a pinch of salt. Let's do 2 pinches because I love it. We're gonna do the nutmeg. And if you've never done it, you do want a grater. Grab your nutmeg and you want to just grate it inside a little bit. I have some prepared here, and this is more than a 1/4 teaspoon. I'm going to do 1 cup of milk and 1/2 cup of whipping cream. We're going to heat this up now to about a medium high. You want it to just heat it up until it's not completely boiling. You're just gonna start stirring. And turn off the heat. We're gonna start to temper the eggs. So what that means is If you put really hot milk into the egg, it's gonna burn. We're gonna just put a little bit of milk into this egg. So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna put a little spoonful of this, and we're gonna temper the eggs. I'm gonna put another spoonful. You don't want too much because you don't want to cook the eggs. You're just incorporating. So we're slowly bringing up the temperature of the eggs. Okay. Again. So it's gonna start to froth. Okay. Again, we're just gonna do another spoonful. And if you start to see lumps, it means you've added too much too fast and it's cooking the eggs. You don't want that. Okay. So we're just gonna slowly add another spoonful. So by now, the egg is warm. I am going to pour this back into the egg mixture. Okay. What I'm going to do now is bring this to a slight boil for about a minute on medium heat. We're just going to keep whisking it until it starts to thicken. The moment it starts to thicken, you can turn it off. So just for a minute. We don't want to cook the egg. So you can see it starting to bubble. I'm going to remove it off the heat, and we're just going to keep whisking it. But what you're going to see is it's starting to thicken just a little bit. So as it cools down, it's going to thicken more.
Add vanilla extract.
Let's try it.
Pour through a sieve.
We're going to grab a cup, pour a little bit. I'm excited. I haven't had eggnog in so long. Oh my god, look at this. It is so frothy. So let's spoon a little bit up. It is so thick. Holy moly. If you want an alcoholic version, you can definitely add alcohol into this. I'm not. We're gonna add a little bit of cinnamon on here. And just for the top, just for garnish. You can always add some whipped cream if you're feeling bougie. And there you go. This cheers! Cheers! Wow! I need to sit down. It's thick, it's creamy. Oh my god. You know what? I was supposed to use a sieve on this. This is so good. It's slightly eggy. It's got like kind of the spicy warmness of the nutmeg, and you can make it yourself. Alright guys, see you in the next meal. Extra street. I feel like extra street. I feel like extra street. Why can't I talk today? Oh my god. Cup. Oh. That's an epic fail. I'll be right back. I'm gonna wash my hands.